OnePlus 3, a well-known smartphone by the spec and price tag. But what about the camera? Let's find out. This is Sean from Seansationtech. You're watching my camera review of the OnePlus 3. Let's get started. The camera of OnePlus 3 is made up by a solid foundation. It has a wide aperture, high megapixel count, and there's even OIS and EIS. With such combination, we should be able to get some great photos. Under normal daylight, the camera is performing good. The green is not too oversaturated and the detail is being captured. Due to high megapixel count, we are still able to find a way to washroom even though it is just a small signboard in the photo. For some reason, the white color wording seems to be a little bit overexposed, but it is still acceptable. Another good photo taken under good daylight condition. When the sunlight is slightly blocked by some clouds, the photo seems to become a little bit warmer if you compare with the previous photo. All of these photos are taken in auto mode with HQ and HDR off. This photo seems to be losing the detail where covered by the shadow, but if we turn on the HDR mode, we gain back the detail. Here's another example. Not only the shadow, the sky is almost blown out, but when we turn on the HDR, we can see how the clouds look like. But not all the time HDR can bring back the sky and cloud. Here we have an example. As you can see, it only makes the darker part of the photo brighter, but the sky still remains blown up. It is probably due to the strong sunlight behind the tree. When we are not shooting direct to the sunlight, the performance is pretty good. HDR not only brings up the detail in the darker part of the photo, if you put your attention to the ground, you can see the camera is also bringing up the detail for the part that is overexposed. The f2.0 aperture is decent in macro shot. As you can see, we are able to focus on the front leaves and blur out those in the background. Let's enjoy a few more macro shots. I have completely no problem with the macro shot. It doesn't perform as good as Samsung Galaxy S7 in this section, but it is totally acceptable when you compare the price. In such light condition, I can see no difference between the HQ mode on and off. With Snapdragon 820, the camera is capable to shoot fairly stable 4K video, but you will have even much stable output if you shoot in 1080p. The decision would depend on whether stabilization or clearer output is your priority. The face detection autofocus is pretty fast. The transition is almost instant. Under the sunlight, we have no problem with the 4K video shooting. However, it is only capable to shoot 120 fps slow-mo video at only 720p, which is a little bit disappointing me. The 8 megapixel front-facing shooter is great for selfie. The color is natural, the angle is not the widest, but you should have no problem to squeeze in a few people in the photo. This camera is capable to shoot 1080p video, and here we have the example. In low light, the camera did a pretty decent job. Whenever the light is low, there will be noise and not much detail being captured. This is where the HQ mode is in place. With the HQ mode on, the detail is back. We can see the three wires much clearer than HQ mode off. Here's another example. In this photo, with the HQ mode off, we can barely see the wording on the signboard. When we turn on the HQ mode, at least we can see something clearer. In such low light situation, the HDR mode is a nightmare. It creates a lot of noise for the photo, and here's an example to compare between the normal mode, HQ mode, and the HDR mode. The normal mode photo is okay. With the HQ mode on, you can see some black dots detail on the pillars. When the HDR mode is on, it is a mess. Just noise, 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 and noise. But of course, you can still take good photo with the HDR mode on in certain light conditions. Under the low light, the front camera is performing just like what we expected. Not much detail with noise, just like a decent front camera out there. The camera app is very simple. This is where you can turn on or off the HDR and HQ mode. There are also several expected shooting mode, but more importantly with a manual mode. In manual mode, you are able to adjust the ISO, white balance, shutter speed, and also focus according to your preference. In my opinion, the camera of Oneplus 3 is good, but not the best among the Android smartphone. But of course, it is one of the best in its price range. That's all for the camera performance review. Like the video if you like it, dislike the video if you dislike it. You can leave your comments below to tell me your thoughts, and your feedback is always welcome. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe for more video like this. Thanks for watching and you have a great day.